What's up, guys? Nate Brodrowski from Narrowway Homestead. Roof is done. Most of the trash is cleaned up. Few things left to do in what I'm going to just call stage one. Stage one in my mind was to get it waterproof, at least for the most part. Obviously, there's like some siding issues, window issues, but get a roof on it and clean up a bunch of stuff. Stage one is done. Now we're going to move on to stage two. Amazing how much trash you can get out of a old house. And scrap metal. I'm going to find somebody, because it won't be too hard to find somebody who's interested in picking up some scrap metal, especially when you say, hey, by the way, there's some copper wiring. And you can have it all, and I don't want any of it. So let me go up a fancy staircase here. Check out how we're doing. Look at this, guys. Let me zoom way out. It's not completely full, but there's not much room left in this 40-yard dumpster. Just a couple spots where it's slightly higher than the edges, but that can easily be leveled out. Those there we'll just call reclaim piles for right now. But yeah, let's take a look inside now. Oh man, look at that. There's yeah, it's so much better in here. It's so much better. There's still some debris. Looks like we should have no trouble topping off the dumpster. A little bit more drywall to remove, basically out of one room. A little bit over here, we are exposing all the possible secrets. I'm also watching my footing because the floor sags so much. Very cool. We'll just take a peek at the upstairs, and then we'll talk about what I want to do next. I'm actually torn between what I want to do next, and there's two different options. I'm not sure if I want to completely reframe the inside first or if I want to deal with the outside, or maybe I want to do both. Dealing with the outside would be really cool. It'd keep it from any weather from really penetrating the house at all. Basically well, check this out. Basically what I'm looking to do is this right here. Take some 3/4 lath, put it every 16 inches. That lets me put siding everywhere I want to. And these windows will have to be taken out, or, you know, the spots that used to be windows that are boarded up. Any windows I do put in are going to have to be done first before any siding. They would be put in, they'll be smaller than the existing ones, not stretch up into the second floor randomly at shin height. But they would be reframed into a smaller, more conventional size window. And then the siding would just go along wood framing and hit the edge of the window. And same with the other side, you know, just depending exactly where I want to put it. I'm not necessarily trying to make smaller windows just for fun, but there are certain priced windows out there, and I can even use reclaimed windows if I want to. I hate using reclaimed windows, guys. I might though. The electric's totally stalled because I texted the guy I was in contact with in the electric company, and he just didn't respond. Which basically means I have to go through and call them to get them to disconnect it because I have a meter base to replace, and there is power to that and to that. And obviously there's no power here, which this goes then down to the panel box. When I have stuff to replace all this, it's just on the back burner. I've got so much going on. Need to do all that before I do siding though. So I don't know if I want to do this to the outside. I also need to figure out where I'm doing doorways. I have 2 to 3 possible spots for doorways. Run inside here real quick, talk about that. Yeah, I was thinking about possibly doing an addition out the back of this at some point. If I do that, I would turn this into a doorway, which is just cutting down this window frame, eliminating some block there to make it at a floor height, and that would make a great doorway. So there's that option. Or I can work on framing everything. And I talked about in previous videos what I wanted to do with that, and I'll go over my slightly changed plan, just a little bit of what I'm thinking. And if you guys are contractors, ever renovated a house, I mean, I'm all ears. There's no right or wrong way to lay out a house. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's several right ways to do it and a bunch of wrong ways to do it, but there's several right ways to do it. Looking for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, kitchen / living room type of place. That's what I'm thinking. My plan, this floor, we've already talked about this, but this floor is sagging like crazy. So this whole second floor is getting removed. We've got load-bearing walls here. Let me get this off of Zoom. Got load-bearing walls there. You can see there's a heck of a curve in that. And you can see the type of framing we are dealing with underneath the load-bearing wall. Honestly, we're dealing with non-existent framing. There's no other way to put that. Non-existent framing, it's why it's sagging. I don't know what even holds the second floor up. That wall is probably a load-bearing wall. Anything that exists underneath of here has to be load-bearing because, again, I don't know what holds all this up. These floor joists, we're looking at maybe a 16-inch overlap, and the floor joists are just spliced. They're 2x6s. They're spanning all of like 14 feet. That's ridiculous. So second floor comes down. Load-bearing walls, quote, come down. First floor gets gutted. There are some floor joists that I probably will keep. I will have to evaluate each and every one of them. I may opt to just replace them all. We will see. Somewhat likely I'll end up doing that. Some places where the floor joists are just hilarious. They're not even floor joists. I don't know what the deal is. Doesn't matter. It's getting redone, and yeah, no floor joists over here. So all that'll get taken out. And then my plan for doing a second floor, again, I've got several issues. I have a roof support issue that I want to alleviate. And I'll go back over that when I get up there. But as far as down here, I don't want the floor joists running this way. I see no advantage to make the floor joists run this way and have to build piers and supports underneath of here for any reason. So I think I'm going to run the floor joists this way. And I'm going to put a load-bearing wall right down the middle of this house. And these will be shorter spans. I forget what I even calculated. You'd think I have a tape measure here or something, but no. Let me see. Oh, 4, 8, like 10 feet. Maybe 11 foot. I may have 11-foot floor joists. Something like that. Just, I'm going off of the plywood on the floor. So 11-foot joists, much better span to try to deal with. I can do that. And I don't have to run a load-bearing wall down the center of the house. That being said, I think I want this room to be open. So I would end up putting a glue-lam beam from support there down partially down to probably here. And I would recess the beam up into the floor joists, up against the floor, and use hangers for the floor joists. Hopefully you guys are following along with me. And there'll be a beam that sticks down, you know. I'll have to look up the exact load specs and all that again. Probably do like a 2-ply, maybe a 3-ply, depending how much shorter it lets me get. Anyway, not to bore you. I'll show you guys that when I do it. It'd be easier for you to visualize it. Those of you that are contractors know exactly what I'm talking about, though. So I'll do that. That will put the load-bearing wall in the center of the house, which conveniently has block. So I'll be able to put my load-bearing wall on top of the joists, possibly do what they call squash blocks. Just depends. You know, it's a piece of wood between the foundation and the floor to keep the floor itself from having to hold any of the weight. Because obviously when the floor holds weight, there's all kinds of issues, and you do temporary piers and, you know, there's issues. So anyway, that would give me my first and second floor. Once I have the second floor, that gets me up to my roof issue. You can see I have this bizarre ceiling joist just kind of face height right there. I did that because it was just making me nervous how much flex this was having. And this used to have ceiling joists down here. Not sure what happened to them, what the deal was. But anyway, they're no longer existent. They probably got ripped out whenever they decided to do a second floor up here and just like, that's not necessary. We'll just throw these little things in up here. Well, that doesn't do much at all. Probably keep the ceiling height somewhat existing, somewhat similar. I may drop it a little bit just to try to get a little more. But I think if I want to keep this, that way, I'm going to have to put probably 2 posts up to the ridge, and maybe even do some kind of beam directly underneath the ridge pole. I just didn't want to reframe all this, and if I did reframe it, I still have the same issue. I still have to support it while leaving room for a second floor. Not much I can do about that unless I want to, you know, deal with that. Ow. I was supposed to duck under it. It would have been way cooler for the YouTube video. Whatever. This is actually a floor joist that I ripped out of here, which wasn't really doing any good anyway. So I ripped it out and stuck it there temporarily while they were up on the roof because they were making me nervous and I didn't want to push both of my block walls out. And yeah, that would not have been good. So that's what I'm thinking. I'll do a couple posts up here, probably work them into some kind of interior walls, probably do some kind of 2-bedroom thing. The other thing I really like about doing it that way is this staircase is stupid. Like, I don't even know what this measures. It's probably like a 9-foot hole, but that includes like the landing. So it's probably like a 7-foot. And these steps are so narrow and so crazy. I don't even know why it comes back here, honestly, because you don't even start stepping on a step till, yeah, this thing is almost a ladder. Like, let's be honest, this is almost a ladder. So instead of running the stairway this way, see, it should have stuck out about to there. So you could actually safely and comfortably walk up the steps. Yeah, I don't want to bring the staircase in the middle like that. Then there's no good access for bedrooms and stuff. It really screws up everything. They should have taken a staircase and put it in a corner. And that's what I'm going to end up doing, except for with the floor joist running this way, I'm going to take the staircase and run it this way. And I will probably run it up one of these end walls somewhere. Start it down, hopefully not too far back. I'll have to figure out how I want to do a hallway and bedrooms. I don't have the total layout figured out. If you guys want to randomly figure out a layout and mail it to narrowwayhomestead@gmail.com. The dimensions are, I forget. I'm pretty sure it's like 30 feet by 22 feet or something in here. Something like that. It's close enough for you guys to play around with it. 30 feet by, 22 feet. Figure out how you would lay out the first and second floor and run a staircase. Fun project for you if you want. If not, don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's my idea. Just something. I could even do it back here too, where it comes up in the middle. That might make more sense. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking on the fly while making a video, guys. If I would bring it up here in the middle, I can still get access to bedrooms on the first floor around there. Can use it kind of as a partial closet for one of the bedrooms or something, or even the bathroom. And if I bring it up here, I can do a bedroom that direction, bedroom that direction. No wasted space in hallways up here. So that's actually what I'm thinking. This is how I do stuff, guys. I just go by the fly. Like, I don't know how I'm laying it out until I start ripping stuff apart. Like, some people are big into pre-planning and some people are big into just the whole gung-ho thing. And I like to think I have a balanced approach where I think through it, but I don't overthink to a point where I'm trying to predict step 10 when I'm on step 2 and I really just need to do something. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to keep a window there. Definitely going to make another window back here. No idea what was going on. At some point there was some kind of window. I'm not going to walk right up to it because I'm just going to end up down below. Probably continue some kind of ventilation. I want this to be a very well ventilated roof. Ventilated soffit on the eaves. All that kind of thing. I kind of like to do something with windows here. I just know the code, like you really can't. There's probably a certain size window, and I'm not totally concerned about code, but basically I don't need a 3-year-old child that happens to be up here on the second floor pushing on a window pane going, ooh, shatter, or pushing on a window screen and then just like falling out the second floor. That's not happening. So it's kind of a safety thing. If you're going to put a piece of glass that low, you either got to cover it with bars, or I'm not sure what the code is, but practically speaking, either keep it small enough a child couldn't get out, cover it with something. It would be neat to have some light and ventilation we'll see if I can get creative there and feel like I can do it safely. But yeah, that is the plan, guys. It has been coming along. I wasn't expecting this to come along nearly as fast as it has. That roofer reached out, really was able to just make this roof happen. It was so cool. The guys I have here helping out, Will Survives, Axel, Misty, Will's cameraman, just even some other folks, just everybody's been hands-on here. Everybody's gotten along great. It has been wonderful to have people just getting along on a project. It makes the whole thing just kind of fun. And I'm making sure that everybody in some way or another is getting compensated. Any company that helps me on this house, there's going to be some kind of plaque somewhere. I don't know where. It's going to be here, though, and every company that has helped out is going to be on a permanent plaque in this house, and it'll stay in this house as long as I own it, which, let's be honest, I'm probably never selling this house. I just want to make sure I do some kind of intelligent equity thing. I'm sorry, I have to rip this off. This was so, I have to watch where I stand. I probably can't stand here, whatever. I just wanted to know, what was the deal here? It's like they covered up an electrical. I still don't know. Do you guys know? Yeah, they covered up something electrical. Anyway, if you're in a company that does any of these things, from siding, framing, electrical, plumbing, no, never mind. I'm pretty sure I have my plumber already locked down. He'd be upset with me if I go with anybody else. You know, whatever kind of thing you want to offer, you can offer me your full premium retail price. I don't care. You're more than welcome to make an offer. You can GPS Spencer, West Virginia. It won't bring you here, but it's like the closest thing I can just quickly say. So anyway, that's it. I don't care how fast or slow this project goes. Right now it's going fast. So my dilemma is, do I work inside or do I work outside? And it might be a combination of both. And I'm not sure. I want to do some kind of vapor barrier, I think. I don't know if I just put the vapor barrier on the block and hold it with the strips of lath, or if I do it the other way. I also don't know if I'm going to put the aluminum. Oh my gosh, heat's getting to me. I'm going to do the styrofoam insulation in between. I could do that. It would be really cool. Because you got the thermal mass, you've got insulation on the outside, and then on the inside I'll also be doing insulation. So thermal mass between two layers of insulation is phenomenal. I'm not explaining it all, but just know it's good. Just know it's good. But yeah, that's the game plan. I don't know which I'm doing first. Gonna focus on getting this dumpster out of here real soon in the next couple days, hopefully. The rest of the trash, get somebody here to get rid of scrap. We should be golden, but that's the plans. That's where we're at. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the support, positive comments, all of it. Really appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day.
With the beard and the vision, he narrates his life. Cutting firewood, draining beasts away from city strife. The ducks they roam freely, a quiet army true. Muscovies in the meadow, foraging in the dew. Lord, minions, small